Hey, can y'all hear me? All right, I'm not getting the chat in my chat window, so I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have to use the chat over here. All right, good. Audio's good. I just can't see why my chat isn't showing up over here, but gosh. Uh, oh, it's over here. All right. Stop going over there. Yeah, I know. Well, I use OBS and I'm trying to figure out how to get my chat back over here. I got the chat back up, but I don't want it above me. I want it. There we go. Get a flea collar, you know. You know it. All right, yeah, there we go. I got my chat back up. I got everything back up. All right, so let's start out like we always start out. I'll yap about shake and bake and the track rental, and give you a little heads up on the next video. Well, the next two videos are the bracket class is going to be first, and then the 10.5 index class will be next. And then I'm going to do a video talking about the two-step and what's going on with the two-step. Because as y'all saw in that last video, I know y'all watched that last video, the two-step not quite working like we thought it would, which is okay. Hey, we experiment with some stuff. We try it. It works or it doesn't work. And yes, all y'all told me it wasn't going to work. I know. Dawn, I told you so. I'm going to hear it. I know. So Jay, not problems with the two-step. The two-step worked absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with the two-step. It was all about my 60-foot. The 60-foot and the ET was obviously worse using the two-step. Initially at 2,800, we were launching, and it was roughly 2 pounds, maybe a little more than 2 pounds, 2 pounds of boost. I actually, in one of the runs, I cranked it up to 3,100, and it spun just a tad. So yeah, I wound up not using it the rest of the time. So I didn't use it for bracket, and I didn't use it for the 10.5 class. Your two-step made you break stuff. All right, 803, good evening from South Carolina. Awesome, checking in from South Carolina. Hey, I appreciate Loud Pack, Bruce, Jay, Mike, Tim, Joe. Who else is in here? I think I hit everybody. Appreciate y'all chiming in. Take some time out of your evening. I know this is kind of late for some people. It is what it is. 9 o'clock seems to be the consensus time. Yeah, this is an old video, by the way. Way old. This is one of my, let's see, my 55th video that I put out. But yeah, Jay, I took it up to 3,100, spun just a tad, but still, I don't think would have made a whole lot of difference. The two steps just not. Bottom line is, and you guys have told me this, converter's not flashing as hard, even when I'm launching off of 2.5 pounds of boost, somewhere around in there. Even launching with that boost didn't help my 60 foot, made it worse. So what's nice about the two step though, the watt box, it also comes, well, you have to obviously purchase the extra piece, but we can use it as a nitrous controller as well. And once we get the nitrous controller in, we can fiddle around with it and see what we can do. Possibly launching off a boost with nitrous, or bring the nitrous in after launch. So we got some playing around to do. So the two step's not dead technically. So we're gonna look at a few things. Matter of fact, this weekend, what I'm gonna try and do is go back to launching with nitrous just to see what happens now that we changed the suspension a little bit. It seems to be hooking a lot better now that we did that slight change to the suspension. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Either Friday at MIR or Saturday, Sunday. I gotta check the schedule, see if there's something going on Saturday or Sunday, and give the nitrous a few more shots, launching off of nitrous, and we start spinning again. We'll figure it out from there. But that's the thing on the two step is, for me and my setup, I would argue not producing enough boost to make a difference of flashing the converter from idle. That's kind of my thoughts. So Jay, 3K. I turned it up to 31. You can watch the video. It bounced a little bit, but that little bit of bouncing, I don't think is going to make a whole lot of difference from the 60 foot that I was getting. Joe, can you get a smaller pulley on the Pro Charger? Is that the smallest pulley? So I can get a smaller pulley. I can go down 4/10 of an inch. So from a 3.6 to a 3.2, the 3.2 will then max the rated max of I think it's 62,000 RPMs. For the D1X, I think it's 62,000. So a 3.2 will max that out. So I can drop pulley size, which is in the works. All of this is going to show up on the new setup. Tim, 9:03 Eastern, check. All right, buddy. Bruce, how long is the nitrous hit for? It's wide open throttle right now. So right now it's on the entire time. From the time my foot hits the floor to the time I let off the gas, the nitrous is running. So it's a 35 shot from launch to the quarter mile. Yeah, or the bottle is empty, as Jace quotes. Brandon, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. No, it vaporizes. So we got it coming in just before the intercooler. So it goes through the intercooler and then up and into the throttle body, and you know where it goes from there. Hey, Don, let's keep this Scattergascar light. I got you, Jay. Yeah, you've done enough of that for all of us, for sure. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna try the nitrous a couple times, just because we changed the suspension. And if it goes back to spinning again, we'll go right back to launching off a boost, and then possibly. Oh, excuse me. Possibly launching off the idle and then bringing in the nitrous. And so I got a kill switch for the nitrous. It's just I'll have to reach down and turn it on after the launch, to bring it in after the launch. That's why we were looking at using the two-step as the nitrous controller, so we can bring it in at whatever RPM we want to. Yeah, that's the way this one works off RPM. So we bring it in, at 5,000 RPM or so, and then it'll be in for practically the whole run. But that's kind of what we're looking at. Yeah, Joe, that's kind of what was happening too. You're 100% right. It was, I don't want to say it was falling flat on its face, but it would drop off and then pick back up on the launch. You're absolutely right. I don't think we're creating enough boost to launch off of to compensate for flashing from idle. That's my mental working through this whole thing is that flashing the converter off of idle at this point is better than running off the two-step. The two-step's still in the plans. That's all right, Brandon. I haven't done one for 2 weeks. So this is the first one we've done in 2 weeks. I've been on vacation the last 2 Wednesdays. So we've been out the loop. Bruce, it's cold though, right? Well, it's nitrous. It's naturally cold. Yeah. So the bottle's up the pressure. Somewhere between 950 and 1,000 is usually where I get my heater gets it to right around 950 to 1,000. So, yeah, hopefully that's what you're asking. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. You know the race life, brother. It taps you out, that's for sure. What are your thoughts on running electric water pump? Bottom line, it can't hurt. I'm not really sure, Jay. Wide body Mike. I see Mike chimed in there for a street car. Like I said, it can't hurt. Not sure how much power the water pump is actually sucking up. I would argue it's probably not a lot. But yeah, like I said, it obviously can't hurt. One of the things, now you got me thinking. do I need to go water electric electric water pump? You got me thinking. So yeah, so Jay and Mike both chimed in real quick. Overkill for a streetcar. But if you're racing quite a bit, maybe it's worth it. Johnny Pro, I want to see some wheelies. Dude, I want to see some wheelies too. My problem is I don't get a lot of shots outside the car from the track side. Usually everybody that winds up at the track is usually running their cars. So it's hard for me to find someone because I don't have a dedicated videographer, doing all the videos. It's me doing the videos. That's why I don't get a lot of stuff in the pits. It's just because I got to take the GoPro down. I got to walk around with it. I'm whining right now. But it would put more on me, and it would be. I did try to do some of the pit stuff. It started to become more like work than fun, and I didn't want to lose that fun factor of doing the videos. So it's just one of those things where if it starts to feel like work, then I'm not going to want to do it because I don't like to work. but I definitely do need to try and start getting some of the pit stuff when we do get back to the pits. Brandon, even on boosted setup, the electric water pumps are not needed and don't do much. I can't see the water pump doing a whole lot. Handful, 4 horsepower, maybe. And I don't even know if that's going to get you any wheel horsepower. It may get you some crank horsepower, but I don't. 1 or 2 wheel horsepower. I don't. I don't know. This is just me in my mind thinking a water pump is not drawing that much on the engine. I wouldn't think. Mike saying you'd have to redesign the pulleys for belt-driven blowers. That is true. That is true. Yeah, that would be tough for us belt-driven guys. Mike, haven't had the need for electric pump as I maintain 180 on the track. Let's get another video going. Man, that's got me looking ugly. Let's go to the next one. There we go. There we go. Brandon, all right, no problem, buddy. Hey, that's what this chat's for, man. Especially when I have my guys in here, Wide Body Mike, Ant, Jay. I get these guys in the chat. They can answer a lot more questions than I can. They have a lot more experience and everything. But Brandon, you know the deal. That's what the chat's for, man. Ask the question, and if I can't answer it, I'll try and get you the answer and hit you back up on IG or something like that. But Mike, Jay, and Ant are usually pretty good. Mike and Jay are usually in the chat, and they can answer probably 95 to 96% of your questions out there. You could put one under the car like a cape. Yeah, it's possible. And yes, Wide Body, Hellbee is alive. She has a heartbeat. That's all right now. It's just a heartbeat. But he's working. He's working hard. He's working hard on Hellbee. And that thing's going to be a monster when he's done. It's going to be crazy. Mike, we need to do an update video on Hellbee once you get a little bit further along. And I may come out one day, maybe not this week, maybe next week. I want to take some pictures of your ice tank and your pump setup. Give me something to go by. Bruce, if it's cold, is the fuel shot vaporized? So it's a dry shot. It's not a wet shot. I've been watching old school carburetor with cold can. Was wondering if nitrous made fuel too cold to reach its percentage of vaporization. No. So fortunately, mine's a dry shot, so it doesn't come in the same time as the nitrous. So the nitrous has literally got to go through the intercooler up through the whole shebang before it hits the cylinders. Arguably, is it warm by the time it gets that far? Yeah. I don't know. I'm guessing. But I'm sure nitrous doesn't stay that cold the entire way. But that's just where we got it. That's where we put it. But yeah, so it's a dry shot, and the fuel doesn't come in until it's fuel injected. Jay, let's go Hellbee. Let's go Hellbee. Hang in there, Mike. You'll get there, brother. I need a 130. 180 thermostat for my 392. Any recommendations? I've used the, I want to say there's one from Napa, and I've used the Myladon. Both worked well for me. Mike's all 180s are made by the same companies these days. Here's a little history on Dawn. After I graduated college, before I went into the Navy as an officer, I got a job at a hot water plant building hot water heaters. Long story short, when those hot water heaters come off the line, they get slapped with Kenmore, they get slapped with Whirlpool, they get slapped with whatever, and it's all coming out of the same plant. It's like TVs. TVs are built by a handful of manufacturers. They're all built by the same folks. Who would have thunk? Uh, 180 runs cooler if drop all 6 fan speeds to 192. All right. Carry a spare. Always carry a spare. Hey, no problem, Bruce. Thanks for asking questions, man. You got me thinking. Is my nitrous cold by the time it hits the cylinder? Traveling that far? I would hope it's still somewhat cold, because my intake temps are a little bit cooler when I run the nitrous. Not significantly so, but Brandon, yes, I've been on the 90 for a while now. I've been on the 90. Oh golly, a number of months. Where did I get my gauge pod? So I got my gauge pod from Ortiz Pods. You can look them up on Google. Ortiz, Ortiz pods, and they got a whole Dodge list in there. You just got to go down and find the one you want. Now, the pods from Ortiz Pods, it's painted, so it's not the same fabric as the car. If you want one with the fabric to make it look more factory, right? And you want one with fabric, Speed Logics, Logix, Speed Logics. You can send in your A-pillar and they can make a 1 pod, 2 pod, 3 pod pillar and send it back to you with the factory factory fabric, so it looks more stockish. Like I said, mine is just painted black. No problem, Johnny. No problem, buddy. Again, that's what the chat's for. And usually Mike and Jay are answering the questions in the chat before I get to them. So don't quote me until I see their don't quote me until I see their answers and I change mine to whatever they tell you to do. But that's what the chat's for, and really that's what this whole live is about: is asking questions, getting answers, and helping others with their builds from the experience that's in this chat. There's a lot of experience in this chat, and I just call out Mike and Jay because we have our own IG chat, but Bruce has got a lot of experience. 6'2" Heavy Power's got a lot of experience. There's a lot of people in the chat with different experiences that can answer questions and give you some advice. So there you go. Shout out once again from Texas, brother. All right, Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed, always thanks, brother. I appreciate the support, man. 100%. I really do. I love all of you guys that support the channel. Really do. Question, thoughts on E85? 100%. No doubt corn is the way to go, especially if you have it's readily available in your area, and you have 1 or 2 places that is going to be in that 75 to 85 range or higher. We'll say 75 or better. If you know you have, like I said, one or two stations that you know is always 75%. Because what happens a lot is come wintertime, they do the winter blend because the higher content alcohol is harder to start 100%. And you can add more fuel during the starting process and then pull it back out. Some people do that to help combat that rough start stuff. But like I said, but if you know a place where you can consistently get 75 or better, E85 is the way to go, 100%. Yeah, Jay, I gotta start really narrowing down and looking at my intake temps to see how much it's really helping the intake temps. So I have to look at that. But yeah, Mr. Ed, yeah, 100%. E85 is the way to go. But like I said, just be careful in the wintertime, where you get it. I mean, you're obviously in Texas, so it's normally hopefully warm where you're at in Texas, and you may not have to worry about winter blend E85. But it's just something to watch out for. So my car was tuned actually when my gauge read 75%. So I try and keep it at 75% or better. If I do go below that on a winter blend, if I have to, I just drive carefully. I don't mess around with it. All right, Z. No heckling in this channel, man. I gotta make some moderators start kicking people out. All right, Z. No, Brandon, Z knows. Z and I go way back too. Z and I go way back too, man. He's in heckling. Bruce, I want to run nitrous at least once, but maybe not on my daily driver. Hey, nitrous done right is 100% safe. Jay will tell you too, he ran it for many, many years before he had a problem. And it was a mechanical problem that did everything. It wasn't the tune or anything like that. It was one of his solenoids went bad. And hey, that's part of racing, right? Sometimes things go bad. There's just not a whole lot you can do about it. Well, I don't know what I did there, flipping people upside down. All right. Yeah, there's Jay, right? It is fun. It is fun running the nitrous though, because you can. I can hear the difference in the car when I run it on nitrous. It's crazy. Brandon, with the 90 installed, what's shake and bake pushing now? Yeah, so let's see. I didn't do a video on it because at that this goes back a couple weeks now. We put the car back on the dyno with a velocity stack, and it pushed 750 to the wheels. And that 730 was with nitrous, if I'm not mistaken. And then, like I said, just a couple weeks ago, we ran the car with a velocity stack, and it put 750 down without nitrous. So that's about where we're at, give or take. Noah, all right, buddy. Thanks for chiming in. Hey, Ed, Mr. Ed, that's what the live's about. That's what the chat's about. Again, we've got a plethora of experience with Hemis. So if you got a question, pop it in there. And if I don't get to it, I guarantee you one of the guys in the chat will, and you'll get an answer. Hemi Challenger, yo, buddy, what's up? All right, Bruce. Not ready to get another 5.7, now 6.1. Yeah, boy. Noah, 3-inch upper pulley comes tomorrow. Okay, I'm hoping to make 800 wheel on 93 with the swap and new tune. Finally Got a built 70 and it's been holding up great. Awesome, man. Awesome. And I hope it continues to hold up for you. It, I kind of based my opinion on one or two bad experiences, where I'm beginning to hear there are some success stories with building the 70. Okay. It's just, it's one of those things that's, it's got to be done right. Noah, are you on a Pro Charger, or are you on a Whipple or something else, or a Torque Storm, something like that? Because a 3-inch pulley, if you don't, and do you have an ATI lower pulley? So a 3-inch may be okay without the 18-inch, 18% lower pulley. Team Bronski. I'm sure Jay probably said something in here somewhere. But there are things you can do to get rid of that rev hang. Mike, velocity stack for the win. For the win, 100%. I'll tell you. It is a different car when I took that velocity stack off and put the filter back on. You can definitely feel it's 100% a different car. It was it was an experience, that's for sure. Throttle boost, throw up, bearing has lag, ask 3-pedal J. Bruce talking about Team Broski. That's Bruce talking to you there. All right, see. Yeah, I think I'm just a tad quicker than a stock Hellcat. Build it, break, fix, and repeat. That's the racer's life. Destroyer 1320, hey brother, thanks for chiming in, man. I appreciate it. Z, I have not. I consistently go back to Fort Meade just because I know what I'm getting when I go back to Fort Meade. It's high 70s to low 80s on my gauge every time. Yeah, smash that like, man. You tell him, Destroyer. All right, Team Bronski, there you go. Jay's chiming in. Tap the throttle a couple times. Let me get another video going here. All right, back to the chat. Where can someone get nitrous refilled at? I wouldn't know where to go for refills if I decided to go that route. All I did, where did I figure out where to get mine done? You can just Google nitrous refill near me, something like that, and something should pop up. Hey, Team Bronski, that's again, yeah, you heard me say it a few times already in this chat. That's what the chat's for. Ask the questions, and I guarantee you'll get some opinions from a number of folks. There's Z. Thanks, Z. And Brandon, answering your question, man. Local company that sells oxygen, race shop, or at the track. Tracks usually have nitrous. All right. Jay's answering your question too, Brandon. Oh, you got 18% in Whipple. Gotcha. With the 3, wow, 3's isn't a 3-inch big for a Whipple? I don't know. I'm asking. But anyway, yeah, the 18%. I love that 18% lower, man. That makes the car a beast. Oh crap! Now 22.22 seconds off 0 to 60 ran 366 NA. Nice, buddy. Cat back, heavy fever, long tubes, and crap tires. All right, Bruce, that's awesome, buddy. 366 on the street, man. That's good. That's a good time on the street. 100%. Yeah, Jay, I'm 100% with you, man. The nitrous does hit different. But why not have the best of both worlds? Nitrous and boost. Have a lot of fun. Boost is a whole different level. I wish I would have realized that different level a long time ago. And I probably would have went boost first than trying all that NA stuff that I went with. Don't get me wrong, I loved the car when the car was NA, had a lot of fun, had fun racing, had fun driving it, had fun doing burnouts, all that fun stuff you can do with NA. And sometimes I even wish I stayed NA sometimes because when you get up into the 800-900,000 horsepower range, it's just inevitable. Stuff's gonna break. You're gonna have to replace it. Something else is gonna break. You're gonna have to replace it. It's just that's the kind of life this is when you get up into that big horsepower range. But hey, no problem, Brandon. You know the deal. Nitrous is fun, but boost is key. All right, Z. All right. I think some of those street outlaw folks will that would be a good conversation between all of those street outlaw folks is boost or nitrous. I'm starting to be a fan of both. Why choose when you can have both? Yeah, there's some big power stuff out there with the Maggies, man. Don't sleep on Magnuson. I know Whipple seems to be the king of the mountain right now, but there's some people making big power with the Maggies, the Magnusons. Jay, man. Mike, we're gonna have to drive over to Jay's house and wring his neck. We're gonna have to drive to his house and wring his neck. Drop ins, Jay. Drop ins. Okay. Okay, Jay. Everybody but Jay. Why not have both? I'm sorry, Jay. I'm not laughing at you. It's just the comment I had to laugh at. Jay, drop ins, buddy. Drop ins. Uh, all the boost and spray is a scramble button. That's what I'm saying. You can have both, except for Jay. Jay's got to stick with one or the other right now. But that's true, Mike. Some classes are just one power adder. All right, Bruce. Jay's only allowed to have 4.5 pounds of boost. And a ship point of 3,500. I know, Mike. We got to somehow limit Jay. I don't know how we're gonna do it. We gotta limit that guy. Come in slow, Jay. Don't come in strong. Come in slow. Build up the strong. Could a very restrictive exhaust caused rev hang? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait for Jay or Mike to chime in on that one. I wouldn't think so, but I'm gonna let that to Mike or Jay answer that question because I am not 100% sure if a restrictive exhaust would do that. All right, Jay. You're the man, buddy. You know we love you. We love you, Jay. 35. All right, Bruce. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Jay's right foot. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to drill holes in his foot to lighten it up. Yeah, see, I think no too, but I'm not a stick guy, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so Jay's saying yes, it could. But he's saying there's something else probably going on as well. So there you go. We're not bullying you, Jay. We're just trying to keep you safe, bro. We're just trying to keep you safe. Failing cat, yeah. Mike saying needs more on the build. Okay, okay, Jay. Put the 5.7 in there for now. Cool your toodles at 10 pounds, and I think you'll be okay. But if you got those rings, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, now sticks rev quicker. All right, buddy. All right, Bruce. Disconnect the vacuum line so it can't make boost. I hear you, Mike. I hear you. Trinity Motors. Safe equals no fun. You can still be safe and have fun. All right. Mike's come back at you, Jay. 2.5 pounds. We're cutting you off. 3-pedal J cruising around means 7,200 volt. He did say that. He did say that in the chat, that he was just cruising. Until we had to pull it out of him. Yeah, I did a pour or two. But that's a good one, Z. I like it. That's so guys, we are throwing some inside jokes around from our Instagram chat. We are throwing some jokes, and that's one. Hemi Power saying 3-pedal J is cruising around means 7,200 RPM pulls. He told us he was cruising. That was it. Until we yanked that saber-toothed tiger tooth a little bit, and he came out with what happened. Bronski, mine is a rebuilt 5.7 comp cam, shorty headers, and a tune. I'll be getting full long tubes soon. Hoping it helps. Thanks for the advice, everyone. Yeah, long tubes will help you a little bit on the low end, but more on the big end. Hey, Dave, you got to turn down Jay's boost controller, man. 2.5 pounds. We definitely got to call Dave, man. I'll put in next time I talk to him. I'll put a bug in his ear. Hey, turn down Jay's boost controller to 2.5 pounds. Mike, Z, you ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. Oh, Jay Gappin. Excuse me. Wow, I don't know where that came from. Gapping to 32,000 to be safe. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Jay, the bus has been rolling over you, bro. we've been driving that bus, backing it up and driving it again. But it's all in jest, man. It's all because we love you, Jay. If we wouldn't be messing with you, we wouldn't like you. It's just the way it is. Team, what your tuning said on this is you. Jay, we cool, man. Come on. You know we cool. Like I said, if we wouldn't be heckling you, we wouldn't like you. So as much as we heckle you, we love you. We love you, Jay. You know what? If that stuff would have been happening to me, y'all would have been heckling me. Let's be honest, right? It wouldn't matter who it happened to. We'd be heckling them. It's the way of life. Mike says gap the rings to 28. All right, Bruce. Watch that right foot, man. Them red and blue lights, they hurt the pocketbook sometimes. I was cruising, but I made a couple of hits. Oh, Jay. Rick said a Yoda or a kitty. Probably. Wide body tuner said to see if the computer relearns, but it has not. All right. Don't worry, broski. Michael, take care of you. Okay, here's the deal. I was on a pass, and then it was. Jay, it's all clandestine. No shade, champ. Z, you're hilarious. All right, so Mike's going back to Team Bronski. You can reset the adaptives in Diablo 2. I just can't remember where it's at. Oh, there's some good advice, Jay, to Team Bronski. Mike, I'm installing 500-mile break-in limiter on Jay's car. Then rise. Mike, there's some other folks we need to do that too, not just Jay. There's some other folks we need to limit them in their 500-mile. Give them a 500-mile limiter. There's a few people we need to do that too. Nah, Jay, we love you, bro. You know we love you. Come on. I know it hurts the pocketbook, but sometimes you just gotta sit back and chuckle a little bit. All right, Junior, what's up, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Not with the stock 5.7. Jay, you speak the truth, bro. You And to be honest, man, I don't know how I get away with it. I really don't know how I get away with it. That car has handled you've been around me long enough. Most of the years I've been racing, that car has taken everything I've thrown at it. And the only specific mechanical failure was a starter. Knock on wood. That's the only mechanical thing that has happened to that car. Crazy. It is. I'm with you, Jay. It's crazy. No, to answer your question from earlier about 3-inch upper pulley being too small for a 3.0 Whipple 18. What's my upper? Okay, I got you. Noah. I was just curious because I know some guys running Whipple are like 275, 285, a little bit smaller. That's why I asked the question about the 3-inch. That's the only reason I asked. Pros and cons of going full 85 versus pump gas, maybe. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. So Z, I try and stay away from, forcing the chat into a box. I like to leave the chat open, but I could start off with that and then move into the chat, into the questions. That is a great idea. That is a great idea because there are pros and cons 100%, both with the 85 and pump gas. So no, it's going to make some serious boost. So the factory 392 comes with a 3.5-inch upper pulley. Okay. All right, no, I got you. All right, I'm following you now. Yeah, you're going to make some big boosts with 18% and a 3-inch pulley. Yeah. All right, Jay. We love you, brother. We love you. All right, Bruce. Good night, buddy. I know you got to get up early, man. It's all good. I appreciate you coming in the chat, though. Really do. $392. I need to bully. All right, night. Good night, Team Bronski. No problem, buddy. Like I said, it's not all me. It's really everyone in the chat. Like I said, everybody's got their own experiences with different things. And as you can see in the chat, you got anything from Pro Chargers to Whipples to Magnusons to we've had some Torque Storm folks in here. I don't think we've had any Vortec folks in here, but we got a smattering of all the superchargers. We got turbo guys. I forgot turbos. We got IHA guys in here too. IHI guys in here too. So we got a gambit of different supercharged cars in the chat, all with different experiences. So that's why I really love this chat. I love just leaving things open so we can just run down people's questions and get you some answers. Hopefully save you some money and hopefully get you up and going. That's my hope anyway, is we get people the right advice, the right parts, that their car runs fine and they don't have any problems, that's a big ask. That's a tall ask, right? But that's my hope. And my biggest hope is you don't spend money 2 or 3 times like I did on a lot of parts, not just 1 or 2. I've spent money 2, 3, 4 times on different things, where if I would have just thought it out and had a goal, a plan, and a budget, I would have saved myself a lot of money. No, Junior, absolutely not, buddy. Anytime you want to tag me on IG, go ahead. Feel free. We also need nitrous and dual power adder guys in here. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. We could use a straight nitrous guy, and I'm sort of dual power adder. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Flip a coin sometimes, but yeah, we need it. Yeah, we need. I mean, we let you bring up a point, Jay. We got serious guys with all of these different single power adders. We don't have a single hardcore nitrous guy. Besides you know a lot about the nitrous stuff, Jay. I put you in that nitrous conversation. Now the dual power adder, we don't really have anybody. I don't think. That's 100%. No, good night, brother. Appreciate you chiming in, buddy. Don't mod said car, keep it stock. That's the best advice. That probably is the best advice. Because you get down to that modification rabbit hole. It's a large rabbit hole. Like, I don't know if you could size it. It's like huge. Once you start going down that rabbit hole. All right, Jay. Mike, you are a majority of the time. I will say that. Oh, Mike. It's an Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. And then some, man. You got that right, Junior. 100%. So we're coming down to the last 4 minutes. The chat's starting to die out a little bit. I know people got to go to bed and get up early in the morning. I appreciate y'all chiming in. Appreciate you coming in the chat. Shooting your advice, shooting your questions, keeping us on our toes, keeping me on my toes. I learn multiple things every one of these chats. I really do. The rabbit hole is endless. That is true. Yeah, that is true as well. It's an endless rabbit hole for sure. All right, Jay. All right, Jay. You put yourself under the bus on that one. Work equals funding this rabbit hole. Hey. Now this isn't advice. This advice isn't for everyone, but the best way to identity proof yourself so you don't get your identity stolen or your credit card stolen, max them mugs out with car parts. Max out your credit cards. Ain't nobody gonna want them. Ain't nobody gonna want to steal your ID because you're maxed out. Huh? Always thinking. All right, Z. Peace out, brother. We still got a couple minutes yet. See, you keep your. That's what I'm saying. You keep your credit cards maxed out with car parts. You pay your credit card down. You buy some more car parts. That way, ain't nobody gonna want your credit cards because there ain't no money on them. Yeah, they feel sorry for you. Amazon keeps raising your limit. Yeah. Buy more car parts. There you go. Hey, they raised my limit. Buy more car parts. All right, we're running down the last 2 minutes, and the chat's getting a little quiet. But I always end these videos with I appreciate each and every one of you guys, 100%. I mean, the support you guys give me, and Shake and Bake and the channel, I can't express how much I appreciate the support. really keeps me going, keeps me want to do these things, keeps me doing these Wednesday evenings, keeps me, going to the track, doing videos at the track. It's and the support I do get, I haven't got to the point where we've ran into a bunch of haters yet. Everyone's been 100% supportive. You guys let me know when I make my mistakes. You guys let me know when I do good. You let me know when I do bad. I appreciate it. I appreciate the constructive criticism. There's people that have given me, hey, you did this video, that's terrible. And if I get enough support for that terribleness, I'll change the way I do things to try and make things better. I appreciate it all. And, if you come with constructive criticism and you do it the right way, right? I appreciate that constructive criticism. I take that to heart. And, if there's something I can do better, then I need to do better, right? But you guys get 100% Dawn. I don't. There's very little editing goes into, as you notice, there's very, very little editing goes into any of my videos. The only editing that goes into my videos is smashing them together and doing some transitions. I don't cut anything out. I don't. I'll bleep out some language, just because I like to kind of keep things kid friendly, because the kids are the next generation, right? Without them, we're gonna lose what little we do have now, because we're losing a lot of what we have now. Because there's no support for the drag racing community out there. So I try and keep things kid friendly. So I do have a number of kids that have seen the car. I go to like a restaurant or something, and there'll be a kid on his phone, and his mom's like, he's subscribing to your channel. I'm like, hey, it's a kid friendly channel. No cussing. Cussing is at a minimum. I bleep a lot of it out, and kids love it too. So, that's kind of why I try and keep it as clean as possible. But back to you guys. I appreciate the support 100%, especially the guys in the IG chat that give me the "I told you so" when I need it, and slap on the wrist when I need it, and the pat on the back when things go right. I appreciate everybody. Just don't be like Racer X with the ungodly loud intro. All right, man, I won't do that. All right, so that's gonna be it for this one, folks. Again, appreciate everyone chiming in and supporting the channel 100%. That's it for this week. We'll catch y'all next week. But we got the bracket races in the 1050 class, and we're gonna have a 2-step video. Those are going to be the next 3 videos coming out. So probably tomorrow night, if I can get it together, and then probably Sunday night, Sunday, Tuesday. I'll try maybe Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Try and keep that kind of rhythm going as best I can. But that's it for this one, folks. Till next time, adios.